So it's a beautiful November morning and we're in this magnificent forest in Germany, in the Baden-Württemberg area, and we're hunting wild boars. Now it's been quite an interesting morning to see how a driven hunt is organised here in Germany. Everybody met up in the car park, all of the dogmen and the beaters, all of the guns. The briefing was very similar to the one we'd have back home, but it's all kind of community-based sort of feeling and vibe, very much in the same way as a pheasant shoot would be back home. So we've been put out on our pegs. I'm pegged to a 46. I'm overlooking a valley, so it's quite close shooting in front of us, and then a bit further away it gets quite thick. So I think when the pigs do come through, they're going to be right on top of you, and I'm going to have to react very, very quickly. Now today I'm shooting with my Sauer 404 XTC. It's a 308 calibre. Got a muzzle brake, so hopefully it's going to reduce muzzle flip, but it's going to be loud. And on top of that, a Hawke Vantage 1:4 by 24 scope, and this has got a standard LR4 reticle, so nice and clear, nice and open, and it does have a red dot, although I don't think I'm going to need it today. And I'm shooting 150 grain Hornady Interlocks, so good punchy round. So we have recently had a bit of training on a wild boar cinema, so hopefully I've got my lead, my mount, my follow through right. All we need now is a few pigs. So the beaters have just come through. They're just moving their way through the brush on my right hand side here. Now we've seen quite a bit of game this morning. We saw a buck come out earlier, and I've been told to avoid the bucks because if I shoot a buck without antlers, I've got to buy the beaters dinner, and if I shoot a buck with antlers, I've got to buy everybody dinner. So that's a good incentive not to shoot a roebuck. However, we have seen 3 roe does come through. Now they are on the tableau today. Unfortunately, they both came through on my left-hand side here on the skyline, not a safe backdrop, not worth taking the shot. And there was another doe that came out of the thick stuff just on the right-hand side here. There were dogs behind her. I also have a neighbouring gun over to my left. So anywhere here, I'm not really happy taking the shot. So there's plenty of game, and here comes another roe doe, comes through again, disappearing off up on the other side. So there are animals moving all directions. The beaters might be moving that way, but the animals try and squeeze out either side and they try and escape into the forest. So this is the opportunity for us really to wait for some pigs that might just come out of the side of the beating line and make their way back towards us. So you've still got to be diligent. I've heard a few shots go off. It's great to see the beaters go through and the dogs working so enthusiastically, and fingers crossed, we'll get a pig coming back our way shortly. So there we have it, that's the end of the first drive. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything. There's a fair amount of shooting around us. We of course saw a beautiful 6-point roebuck earlier on, a few does that came through, nothing that offered us a safe shot, but these forests are beautiful, perfect for wild boar and roebuck. I'm hoping that the shots that we've heard out there have resulted in some pigs down. So we're going to head back now to the meeting area, have a chat with everybody, see how they got on. Maybe something will be on the tableau. There wasn't as much shooting as perhaps I'd thought. There's a big team of beaters here, the dogs are all working, getting very excited. When you hear those noises, then actually you get quite excited too, because normally when a terrier is barking and shouting and yawping, there's a pig not too far behind it. But it's a beautiful day for it. The rain's cleared up beautifully, sun shines out in the sky, and where else would you want to be in the world? So let's go and see how everyone else has done. So Frederick, that was quite an eventful drive. I heard plenty of shooting, I saw plenty of animals there. How did it go for you?
So yeah, I mean, for me personally, I shot a fox right in the middle of the drive, heard the dogs going and everything. I think they're a bit disappointed about the result with the wild boar. How did you get on? So what happened?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Didn't see any pigs, saw 4 ray doe, 1 buck as well.
Yeah.
Now of course I'm not going to shoot the buck because that means I get to buy dinner. And then took a couple of shots at the fox, but a bit speculative and unfortunately didn't get that down.
I mean, they are small and fast, aren't they?
Small and fast, and with the way that the valley was, it literally had to be on your mustard. But no, it's great. The weather's cleaned up nicely for us. You've got a great bunch of people here. Tell us a little bit about the makeup of the shoot and how it all comes together.
So it's actually 2 friends of mine who rented or who own the ground here, and the way it works in Germany, it's there's no money involved or anything, so it's all friends or people who hunt here during the year who are invited today. The dog handlers come, they don't get paid either. That's a German thing also, very different to what I see in the UK normally. So everybody's invited for dinner later on, so it's the whole community thing going on, and then everybody kind of has their little job, so to say. Some of my friends now they're grilling, and others are bringing the dinner. So it's all about the community really, and everybody gets involved rather than just the guns shooting and everybody else is kind of pushed to the side.
Yeah.
So I love it because everybody's together and we're all having fun together.
And that's what I like to see as well. This is kind of very reminiscent of pheasant shooting back home.
Absolutely.
So you got the beaters, you got the dog pickers up, and the dog man and women. Then you got the guns themselves. There's only 8 of us typically, but everybody that comes together to make it all happen, it really has that great community feel and that great community atmosphere. Absolutely. So a little bit disappointing for the guys that they've not got any pigs. We've seen lots of animals, so I've had a fabulous day. The weather's picked up nicely for us, and really excited for the afternoon. So what's going to happen this afternoon?
So second drive this afternoon. It's kind of a little hill that they're driving. Pine trees on top, big thickets in between. Usually the boar are there. I've shot plenty of boar in this drive before. I really hope I know which spot you're on. It's a really good one, so I really hope you get some action.
No pressure.
No pressure when they come. Same guns, same beating teams, everything's the same, just a different part of the ground now.
Good, so looking forward to getting into
Absolutely. Weidmannsheil for round 2.
So that was pretty exciting. Rodo came out with this year's fawns or kids, just stepped in between me and my neighbouring gun Bjorn, allowed them to go 30 yards just so that they're out of the safety arc, and then took the kid right at the back, the youngest one that was following. Perfect shot, straight in the engine room. It skipped off, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be down a little bit further over there. Now the dogs and the beaters are really close now. I've only heard single shots and a couple of doubles, so I think it's mainly deer that have been shot at. But there's got to be pigs in here. It's really thick. There's loads of acorns. This is perfect conditions and perfect environment for wild boar. So final afternoon. Unfortunately, it didn't go quite according to plan for you guys today, but I have a fantastic time. This is Henning and João Mathieu who've been running the hunt for us today, and thank you very much guys for inviting me. You seem a little bit disappointed, but it's been a magnificent day. As you said earlier on, you know, a difficult day and out hunting is better than a busy day in the office, right?
So that's what we say in Germany. The morning drive wasn't as we expected. Basically just one boar we got. At least we got it.
You did,
and second drive was quite okay. We got a smaller group at the beginning, and we got a few ones and some misses, but that's
That's
that
hunting.
happens. That happens on
It does.
Dreamlands.
and I have to say, the atmosphere of the day has been fantastic. You've got together a really good bunch of people. There's a really good vibe. Obviously, a lot of people come together specifically for the hunt. So just talking about friends, we're just going to invite Bjorn in. Hey, buddy.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
well
much.
Done, Weidmannsheil.
And this is a great example of friends that have hunted together for a long time and kind of make the atmosphere. So it's we're just saying that this is such a social occasion. You've got people coming from all over the place that really come together, and the atmosphere has been great. But there's more to it that goes behind the scenes. All this army of guys here, and there's a plan that you go to. You're not just walking through the woods. There's a specific strategy. And how do you put that all together on a day like this?
A lot of preparation.
A lot of preparation. It's quite tough to bring them in. Much more people to do it, not just one or two. But all the logistics, even though you just shoot a few animals, the work is all the same. Doesn't matter if it's a good day or bad day. It's a lot of work to do. And at least we got some boars in the second drive. I'm happy with that.
We did. No, we're looking forward to seeing the tableau, and I've got my little row kid down over there, so we're going to go and have a look at that. But once again, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much for coming.
See you.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Weidmannsheil again.
Thank you, buddy.
Very well done.
Weidmannsheil.
So there we have it, an end of another fabulous day's hunting. And I have to say, this has been one of the most enjoyable driven wild boar days I've ever had. Unfortunately, I did get a pig. There are a few on the tableau here, but this is the epitome of a friendly, community, organised driven wild boar hunt. It's all about the people, it's all about the heritage, the history and the tradition, and I've been made to feel really, really welcome. So I want to say thank you to Jean-Mathieu, and also to Henning for making me feel so welcome, and of course my good pal Freddie for getting me an invitation here. These are the sorts of hunts that remind me very much of pheasant shooting back home. It's all about the people, it's all about the sport, and you can hear the laughter now behind us. Even though this tableau is quite modest in comparison to what they normally get here, everybody's still celebrating the occasion and enjoying each other's company. And I can't wait to come back and do it all again.